Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, Chuck Manatee. And in today's episode, we are going to be covering Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, which is basically Dead Reckoning Part 2, but they changed the title quite recently to Final Reckoning, and the trailer has dropped yesterday. So we're going to have a quick chat about a few things, and then I will show you the trailer and give you some thoughts afterwards. But without any further ado, let's have a quick read about what's going on. So, Mission Impossible is a series of American action spy films based on the 1966 TV series created by Bruce Geller. The series is mainly produced by Tom Cruise, who plays Ethan Hunt, an agent of Mission Impossible Force. Impossible Missions Force, you see, you're used to saying the movie title, IMF. The films have been directed, written and scored by various filmmakers and crew while incorporating musical themes from original series by Lalo Schifrin. Starting in 1996, the films, taking place starting 6 years after the events of the previous TV sequel series, follow the missions of the IMF's main field team under Hunt's leadership to stop an enemy force and prevent an impending global disaster. The series focuses on Hunt's character, and like the television series structure, is complemented by an ensemble cast such as Luther Stickle, played by Ving Rhames, and Benji Dunn, played by Simon Pegg, who have recurring roles. But we'll go into the more detail with regards to the cast in a second. The series has experienced a generally positive reception from critics. It is the 17th highest grossing film series of all time, earning $4.09 billion worldwide, and is often cited as one of the best action franchises to date. I have to agree with that. The sixth film, titled Fallout, was released on July 27th, 2018, and is currently the series' highest grossing entry. The most recent film, Dead Reckoning, was released in July 2023, and an eighth film, Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, is scheduled for release in May 2025. The films are co-produced and released by Paramount Pictures. So I just think that Dead Reckoning was released at a really bad time. It was a really good movie and definitely didn't deserve to get or not do well at the box office. So I think it actually deserved to be or do a lot better than it did. So yeah, anyway, let's carry on. In 2024, the series received its first Academy Award nominations, with Dead Reckoning Part 1 being nominated in the categories Best Visual Effects and Best Sound at the 96th ceremony. So, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning 2025. So, in January 2019, an eighth Mission Impossible film was announced to be in development, written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie. It was originally to be filmed back-to-back with the seventh film. It was scheduled to be released actually on August 5th, 2022, but was delayed to November 4th, 2022, then to July 7th, 2023, June 28th, 2024, and due to the C-19, it was later delayed to May 23rd, 2025, and that is due to the writer's strike. So, Hayley Atwell joined the cast in September 2019, followed by Palm Clementif and Shia Wiggum. In January 2020, Nicholas Hoult and Simon Pegg were announced to be appearing in the film, but Hoult was later replaced by Esai Morales in both films due to scheduling conflicts. So we'll have a chat about that in a second. In February 2020, it was announced that Henry Szczesny and Vanessa Kirby would return as Eugene Kittredge and Lana Metsopoulos, respectively. In February 2021, Deadline Hollywood reported that Part 2 would no longer be filmed back-to-back with Part 1. Filming of Part 2 began shortly after production wrapped on Part 1. It was initially billed that both films would be a send-off for Ethan Hunt. So I hope by send-off I don't mean killing him, because that would kind of be counterintuitive. For me, the whole point of Mission Impossible is him doing these impossible missions and crazy things and coming out on the other side. So if they kill him, it would kind of be a bit of a downer. So I really hope they don't do that. In October 2023, Dead Reckoning Part 2 was removed as the film's subtitle, like I mentioned earlier, and in November 2024, a new subtitle, The Final Reckoning, was announced. I actually like that. I think Dead Reckoning Part 2 is not really, I don't think it's in the movie's best interest, to be honest. So yeah, with regards to the cast, I have mentioned a few already, but we'll go through it again. So Tom Cruise is playing Ethan Hunt. Simon Pegg will be playing Benji Dunn. I actually quite like Simon Pegg. I find him hilarious. Ving Rhames is playing Luther Stickle. I like Ving Rhames. Haley Atwell is playing Grace. Pom Klementieff, I'm sure you guys know her from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's playing Paris in this. Vanessa Kirby is playing Alana Metsopoulos. Mariela Garriga is playing Marie. And last but not least is Isai Morales playing Gabriel. So that's the main cast for this. There are others, like I mentioned, Henry Czerny, let's just say that. Yeah, he's playing Agent Eugene, but you won't see that on screen. I just wanted to go through the main cast specifically. So, without any further ado, let's watch the trailer, and then I'll give my thoughts afterwards. So without any further ado, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning trailer.
Our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices. Everything you are, everything you've done has come to this. When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him. Should he choose to accept? For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more. And now the fate of every living soul on Earth is your responsibility. That's the pattern, isn't it? You refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close. You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you. I need you to trust me. One last time.
And that was the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning trailer. So, a lot happened, of course. You can see us jumping from a few things to a few things. So what I did notice is the amount of different locations that sort of popped out to me in the trailer. And there's a lot of clawbacks to some of the previous Mission Impossible. So it's almost like a puzzle piece of all these different Mission Impossibles, and how sort of Ethan got from where he was to where he is now. That seems to be quite prevalent. And look, the cinematography and the CG and everything is so on point. Yeah, it's looking really, really amazing. Suspenseful tone though, which bothers me. Like I said, I really don't want to see Ethan bite the bullets, in this one. No, is that the right? Yeah, I think that's the right one. I really don't want him to be unplugged, and it's bothering me, the suspenseful tones. So listen, Paramount, don't do it. Let him go out as, having done all these missions unscathed. I mean, sure, like if you've done so many dangerous missions, the risk level is insanely high. I get that. However, it would be a total bummer to have watched all of these and have him, die in the last one, which is ridiculous. But that is my thoughts. Love to know your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, regarding today's trailer chat, let me know if you enjoyed it. And you can also show us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.